Greetings, travelers. We're back in Saguache, Colorado, after our journey to Flagstaff and back. We stopped here in the beautiful little Saguache Public Library. Let me show you where we've been. Well, here's the lovely library here in Saguache. It's a very nice place. You can rent some videos, lots of books. There's a soundproof booth if you want to do some editing. Computer tables, and back here in the reference library is where I've got my GPS, and I'll show you wonderful books there, local lore, and the free coffee. Very nice library. Well, where'd we go? What do we do? All right, this is the southern part of Colorado and the southern part of the San Luis Valley. Here's our familiar Alamosa. That's towards the bottom of the valley. And you come down 285 from Saguache and come to Alamosa. From Alamosa, come down to Antonito, right here. Then go west on 17, and that takes you into the mountains. And the objective here is to get to Chama. Chama. And that's where you'll come off 17 and pick up 64. And 64 takes you all the way to Farmington. All right, so we're into New Mexico. We're over here. There's Antonio, Colorado. And we come over to Chama. This is all in the mountains, very scenic, not too steep, not too high. Averaging on the low spots about 5,500. The valley is 7,500 feet. And from Chama, you stay on the 64, head west. This is going to take us all the way over to Farmington. Spent the night in Farmington. You cannot stay overnight at the Walmart, but they got a couple truck stops and gas stations. It was no problem. Heated up in Farmington. We got up to about 100 in Farmington. This area is hot down here. Of course, up in the valley, it only gets to 80. So from Farmington, we pick up From Farmington, we're going to pick up the 160. And that's going to take us up close to Four Corners. And up in here, here's Farmington. Just past Shiprock, you'll get up into the corners. And off the 160, it's about a 15-minute drive to the Four Corners Monument. And then backtrack, get back on the 160, and head west. From Four Corners, backtrack down to the 160 and take it over to Yetahay and take the 163 north. This is about 20-30 miles. And Monument Valley's right on the border with Utah. Very nice, very scenic vistas, many vistas. So we spent the day there. It's $10 to walk around the hotel or the parking lots. You can rent rooms in the hotel or cabins, and they have tours around the monuments with their vehicles. They have these trucks with seats, and they'll take you on the 17-mile tour of the monuments. And a wonderful gift shop there and restaurant. So we backtrack back down to the 160. We take the 160 down here to, excuse me, take the 160 down here to Tuba City. It was hot. Rolled in 4 or 5 o'clock. It was 100 degrees. And it drops to 70 about 4 in the morning. So we ran the AC for a while there. Parked at a gas station. This is a Hopi area, the Hopi Nation. And back in Colorado, New Mexico, that is Apache Nation. And we'll soon go into this was the Navajo Nation up here with the Four Corners and Monument Valley is Navajo, and this is the Hopi Nation here. I want to thank the nations for their cheaper gas. You get cheaper gas on the reservation. Same gas stations, just cheaper. I think we're doing $4.09, $4.05, $4.06 a gallon. Everywhere else it's $4.50, $4.69. So Tuba City, take Tuba City over here. We're going to drop down. We're going to catch the 89 from Tuba City. To catch this 89, come down into Flagstaff. There we are. Had a good time in Flagstaff. It was pretty busy. It's a nice, clean town. There were quite a few people because the University of Northern Arizona was starting that week. So parents and students all in town. And bustle, a lot of bustle in that town. It's a very nice, clean, well-maintained town. I like it. During the day, if you'll go south on 17 from Flagstaff to the first exit, that's exit 337, you'll come to Tut Hill County Park. Wonderful day use, very large park, horseback riding, bicycles, dog walkers, hikers, and free day use. Lots of room, probably room for a Class A motorhome in that one parking lot. And it's well shaded, lots of pine trees, places to park, take a break, get a snack. And they have a campground there. I didn't check it out, but I'm sure it was pretty full. This weekend was a lot of people. Okay, a few days in Flag, then it's time to come back. And we're not going back up this way. We'll just do the old I-40. And I've crossed this many times from Barstow to Knoxville. So it's familiar to me. And this section here, from Flag to Albuquerque, wind and heat in August. Fortunately, half the day was in cloud cover, so we kept those temperatures down to the high 80s, and it was a very tolerable drive. Good conditions as we cross to Albuquerque. Got pretty warm in Albuquerque, upper 90s. Stayed at a Cracker Barrel. No cops, no creeps. And it's a busy, big city. So we headed out to Albuquerque in the morning and headed up to Santa Fe. I'd never been there before. It's not a far drive, 30, 40 miles to Santa Fe. My original idea was to park and walk around, take video and pictures. It was noontime then, and it was getting pretty warm, and there's no parking except for some of the parking garages, which the G20 does not fit. So we drove the one-way streets in and around the plaza and the large church downtown, and saw the architecture of Santa Fe, very unique. Adobe with logs coming out, the roof rafter logs sticking out. There's a name for them, but the rounded edges of the buildings, they're all the same, different sizes and stuff, but the architect is that stucco look, Adobe, very interesting. Also, good bustle there, a lot of people walking around shopping, and I gathered from what I saw, it's kind of high end. If you're going to buy a blanket in Santa Fe, you might as well get one off of the I-40 places for a third the price, but very fancy Santa Fe. And so after a couple hours there, we headed back north. And from there, you get on the 285, which goes all the way up to Saguache. And very scenic coming out of Santa Fe and heading up this, sometimes it's 4 lanes, sometimes it's 2 lanes, and very scenic up in here, many vistas, and it comes right back to Antonio and Antonito, and then up to Alamosa and the rest of the valley. So it was a wonderful trip, 1,100 miles total. About a week we were gone. I recommend the Four Corners and the Monument Valley. Go to Monument Valley, spend the day shopping, resting, then spend the next day on one of those cruises around the monuments. Be pretty nice, and then come back and relax. All the rooms have views of the monuments, the buttes, and well worth the trip. If you're going to take this route across here, stop in. It's quite a drive from Albuquerque or Flagstaff, but one of your bucket list is the Monument Valley, and I thought it was very good. We had great weather. You're taking your chances when you're traveling the Southwest in August. And so now I'll upload this video in this beautiful little library in Saguache, Colorado. All right. From the San Luis Valley, it's your coastal.